guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are going to be watching some Haikyuu. Okay, this is the season finale, okay? Our boys has beat Inarizaki. But we definitely have to give Inarizaki their due props, okay? They played their butts off, okay, right? How the Mia brothers were playing, we have the black dude over here, all of them, they all did well. This team is such a great team, and it definitely gave Karasuno a run for their money, big time. But how this game played out, it was neck and neck for a very long time. I do appreciate how Haikyu has been able to stretch the game out, because I feel as if us seeing this game go on episode after episode after episode after episode, it truly shows just how much effort these boys were putting into their gameplay, and how bad each team wanted it. So yes, definitely Aran, the Mia brothers, what's his name, the one that can spike but he could turn his body and spike him. There's so many of those kids on that team that are just dope players. And I do think, even though Karasuno, won, they deserve a round of applause as well. But for sure, the MVP to me is Hinata. Now, all the kids did awesome, but I feel as if when the kids were at their lowest, it was always Hinata to pull them out. When it came to the Atsumu's spike, who was there to step in and give them that extra confidence to keep going? Hinata received that freaking ball and then sent it over. Man, Suki at the end of the last reaction, how he was there to freaking tip the ball up to where Daichi was able to keep it in the air. All these kids were good, and all the ones that were on that court that this game deserve a round of applause. But I do have to say, Hinata, man, he was like the fire underneath everybody. His personality is so big and so warm. I love that. And the thing is, with people like Hinata and personalities like his, it's very motivating. And the thing is, it's not even just motivating to his teammates, he's motivating to other teams. Like, when you have a presence like that, that is huge. Yes, Kageyama has Oikawa that kind of looks up, not looks up to him, but kind of looks at him and checks okay, he's a setter, I'm a setter. But I feel like Hinata, every position, every person that he meets, he infects with his personality. Shoot, look at Kenma. You know what I mean? I'm like, Hinata's the only one that Kenma really gets excited to play for real. Like, I'm just so happy that at the end of the day, we're gonna have this garbage dump game. But for real, without Hinata, I don't think the boys would have been able to push through as well as they did. They probably could have pushed through, but not as well if Hinata was not there. So yeah, the boys deserve this. They played their butts off. I love each and every one of those kids on the court. I love how Suki and then Kageyama were thinking. I love how Daichi was there to be a stable pillar for them. I even love how Asahi took that freaking spike, bro. That boy extended his back. He was like, oh no, I'm about to try this move. He was working on that move at the Date practice match, and it wasn't working, but he took that risk. This game was worth him taking that risk to lead his team to the win. I freaking love these boys. Nishinoya not giving up. Yo, when that moment when he had pointed to his I forget the dude's name, the other one, not Yamaguchi, but the other guy who could do the floaters. You freaking guys. I love that, because this boy was practicing with Nishinoya in the gym. I think it was earlier. Yeah, I think it was the part 1 of the Haikyuu reactions. So they were actually spending a lot more time together after practice, because Nishinoya was trying to receive the floaters, and then oh boy was trying to learn how to correctly position the floaters, how to hit the ball to get it to where it needs to go. And Nishinoya was a good practice for him. So I feel as if when Nishinoya had pointed to him, it was like, this is this is for you, like us. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for helping me all those times after practice. I freaking love these boys. These boys, though, are just... I don't think anybody could watch this show and not get excited to watch this show. Or at least get the feels watching this show. But yeah, without further ado, let us just go ahead and jump on into the next episode. Let go. We're seeing how the end of the game concluded. Yo, this freaking block with Hinata and Kageyama, bro, was everything. It was like instinct for those boys to be there. They thought it was perfect. They thought it was perfect. And look, Hinata and Kageyama were there together. On that line. And then the fact that it hits the line this close from going out. I know it was so hard for the whole state for not the stadium, but Nekoma to be like out of their chairs. Yes, Karasuno. Look! Those were the coaches from the spot that Kageyama was practicing at, All Japan. Look at the kids just crowding. Look at the animation. They just so cute. Look at she's crying. That's our cue. Yo, the Mia brothers, bro. All the teams have to be highly exhausted. Did you see my block, Kageyama? You can say it's my block. I freaking love them. Oh, no. Did you watch it? Yeah, he was watching it. I saw. You thought I knew him not to do it like this. I was shocked. You better be fucking shocked. Sorry. Man, you better get out of your old mentality, bro. Hinata's gonna supersede everybody's thoughts or expectations. Which one is he? You gonna take your spot, Kageyama! I have to enter high. What? You guys. Sayoko! Big sis! Y'all better cheer them and not boo them. Lift them up. He heard him. I'm so glad the crowd didn't belittle them. Lift these boys up. They did great. If they would have booed them, I would not like their school. I love that. Yes. Praise your players. They did well. They did amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Hinata, boy. Woo, he was, oh man, he was gone, bruh. Good for you. Look, they're so shocked. But that's the best part about it. You don't have to have regrets. Why do these kids make me just love them so freaking much? Please keep saying. Just think though, this guy has always been kind of like blunt and never mince his words to his teammates. And then look at him now. I'm mad. This is the finale. Oh. He won, man. He is done. Yep. Yes, man. He did a back roll, bro. Got back on his feet and continued playing. Ooh, Bokuto. Cha! Mr. Personality. Man, he's too focused on his game. Beyond. What? Oh, she might become a Katasuno fan. No, the next season's gonna just come out with Nekoma going against Katasuno. That's Tora's sister, ain't it? Oh, are you saying now? Oh, sis is not having that. You'll be eating those words. Don't mess with a sister, okay? We feisty. I hope they give Katasuno their moment. Raider Captain Tanaka. I like that Raider Captain. You look fine. She's so beautiful. Yeah, she is. What? Nope. Oh, that was Aran. I don't know why I thought that was Atsumus. Who the heck do you think I am? Oh, wow. Oh, Bokuto. Yo, he got a big old back. Okay, Bokuto. Look how freaking serious his eyes look. Bokuto ready. Yes, he was. Yes. Straight yes. Suki, man, he was tired, but he made a way to help his team. He was being so useful. Mm-hmm. He slowed the whole game down because everybody was so fast. So good. No, scrub as hard as I can. Aw. She's gonna copy her. Bruh, I knew there were booty cheeks, man. I would have loved to see. I would love to see everybody's reaction to that. I can't wait to see it. Oh my gosh. Oh my Yeah. Exactly. He didn't get the rest of their stuff out. Okay, little Hinata. Sayoko? And the neighbor association people? Oh, they brought it back! Oh, we're getting flashbacks! I wonder if the next one, the next season gonna be more so focused on Kenma and Hinata just targeting each other. You know what I mean? And the crazy thing is he's not thinking Kenma is going to be too worried if they lose. I don't think Kenma wants to lose to Hinata either. I feel like Hinata motivates him. But I do feel as if Kenma do loses to Hinata, he'll be okay with it. But he's definitely not going to make it easy for Hinata at all. Oh, these boys, bro. Ah! Hinata! Kenma couldn't even hide. Like, he couldn't even hide it. He just tried to stick his mouth out of his jacket. Look at my boys. Look at my boys. Look at my boys. Oh, look at my other boys. That was, season 4. This was so good. Granddad Ukai! He's so proud of him, huh? Not me nor my pawns. Those boys are beefy. You're natural. Oh, you said it. Are my boys. He had a grudge against the teams? And let your grandbaby take it. This was so freaking good. We saw the teams do their bows to everybody, a little ceremony thing where they kind of like stand and they say thank you to the crowd for having their back. I was so happy that Inarizaki's crowd didn't boo them. So I know sometimes they can be a little bit ornery, and I applaud them for not doing that because the boys did play very, very well. And it makes me happy to see that they acknowledged that they played so well. Even though they did come up losing, the game was still really, really close. I love seeing how when the boys had won and Hinata and Kageyama had their little moment of, like, you see how I blocked it? And then Kageyama's like, no, I'm the one that did it. And like, they just started fighting on court, and then we see Atsumu and Osamu, right? And then Atsumu points at Hinata and was like, I will be the one to set to you one day. Basically telling Kageyama, I'm going to take your spot. You think you're going to have this good guy right here you going to be serving to? But then I'm going to steal him from you. That's what I felt. I feel like that was what he was saying. That's what I felt like he was insinuating. Kageyama just kind of looking like, no, you're not. I mean, you ain't taking Hinata. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but I know you not. Like, that's how I felt like in Kageyama's head. That's how it was playing in his head. I thought that was pretty cool. But then he said before, he's like, I will defeat you and enter high. So it lets you know he wants to redeem himself against Karasuno, but his ultimate ambitions is to be setting to Hinata one day. And I freaking loved it. I loved when the game was over, everybody's expression when Karasuno won. Even the coaches from All Japan were just like, wow. Like, they were just like, mouths were open. Everybody was shocked. All that good stuff. Nekoma, I know they're excited. They just try to contain it, I think, at the moment, because I think on the other hand, they know, all right, we're going to have to go against them. Like, we're happy that they won. We're happy that we're going to have this garbage dump game. But we're going to have to go against Karasuno. Everybody right now is not thinking Nekoma is probably on the same league as Karasuno because of the fact that Karasuno has taken out Shiratorizawa on top of Inarizaki. They've been going against some really, really tough teams. And yes, Nekoma has too, but we have big names like Inarizaki and Shiratorizawa that Karasuno has been able to persevere and win. Come on now. Of course, it's only natural for people to kind of assume that they're not on the same level, but we cannot not Nekoma at all. Nekoma is a freaking solid team. They practiced with Bokuto when we had those the team practices, and him and Bokuto were going back and forth. Yes, they lost to Bokuto's team before, but they still were able to make it. But I feel as if they're gonna be a force to reckon with, and I can't wait to see. I feel like eventually, if we defeat Nekoma, we're gonna probably have to go against Bokuto's team as well. Bokuto already made it known that he's going to continue winning. Everybody is gonna catch them paws when it comes to Bokuto. He's ready. He is ready, and I'm excited to see Nekoma going against Karasuno, but I'm kind of more excited to see how Bokuto is probably going to either play Nekoma or Karasuno in the end. I hope they show those games, whoever wins. Like, if Karasuno wins, I know for sure they'll show that game. But even if Nekoma wins, I hope they show that team play. And I would love to see the other teams go play each other. We had the short other owl-looking guy. I forget his name, but he was the one that Kageyama kind of took reference of how he jumped and told Hinata. Him. We have the guy with the mole. We have so many teams that we still haven't yet came across yet, but I would love to see them actually play with their teammates. So I have a lot to look forward to come on this next upcoming season. But I just love the emotions. I just loved it. I just love these kids. They deserve it. They were worn out, but at the end of it, like, Nishinoya was passed out. Suki couldn't even put his clothes on correctly. He was doubling up on a jacket. But Hinata, he was just so caught up in having his moment when he received. I said Atsumu in the beginning. I think I did. I didn't mean to say Atsumu. I meant to say Aran. I gotta get my names together. Think, girl. But yeah, when he received that, I think everybody was like, holy shit. Like, Hinata. Hinata's just growing so quickly that it's hard for people to keep up with him. How he slowed down the pace so his teammates can gather themselves because everything was getting too quick. And you know what I do appreciate as well? Is the fact that they put that in there. They didn't have to put that in there of like keeping the tempo and going too fast can actually throw you off. I feel like that is actually what happens a lot of time in sports, not even just in volleyball. It's like when the pace is picked up a little bit too much, like in basketball or even football or soccer. Well, not like the American football. I'm talking about soccer. American, football. Okay. When you go too fast, yes, fast is good or anything like that, but slowing it down and taking your time to see what is the best way, is the better way to play any sport. So I appreciate that Hinata was actually able to learn something at that camp when he invaded Sugi's camp and stuff like that, and was able to use that in this game. He's used so much of the information that he had gained from being a ball boy at those practices, and he set that stuff in motion here, and it definitely helped Karasuno with this win. Tanaka, you guys know how I feel about Tanaka. Tanaka's my fave. Asahi, I love the fact that even Daichi Suga and Asahi don't want to lose to the first years. I mean, they are the third years. Do you think they probably would have played more of the same amount of roles as Hinata and Kageyama? But which they did. I feel like they did do their part for sure. But I felt as if the limelight did end up on Kageyama and Hinata, and I know they're like, we don't want to be, not in the same light as those two. So I totally understand what they're saying, what they're doing, and what they mean about not, being left behind. It's just, I love these kids. They've done so much. Shimizu there, this is her last year being a manager, and for her to see these boys just do their thing is amazing. I just love this. This is a great way to end this season. I have nothing bad to say about it. Everything was just so good. These guys beat Inarizaki. The Mia brothers at that. Yo, I'm just stoked. With Aran, the boy name was Rintaro. I'm just so proud. I'm so proud. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this reaction, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.